Hello and welcome back to Hot Flash Happy Hour with Tori and Kat, a podcast where we talk menopause, midlife, and everything in between, usually with a laugh, sometimes with a little rant, and always with honesty.
And occasionally a hot flush thrown in for good measure.
Sometimes. One time it was my phone. So there you go. So today we're talking about something that comes up every single January, New Year's resolutions. You know the ones, made with great enthusiasm on the 1st of January, written in a notebook, maybe even colour-coded, and then quietly abandoned somewhere around the 10th of January.
Or even the third.
Usually. But before we get into it, why don't we have a quick catch up with what we've been doing since our last episode? Kat, what have you been up to?
So we had a nice quiet Christmas, went and visited my son. We went to Coffs Harbour for a little break, which was really lovely. And just hung around home. We find it really hard to go away when we live on the water because we only go to water. So it was actually nice to do family catch up and just relax and chill and enjoy each other's company.
Yes, that does sound like you do. You don't need to go anywhere. You just walk out
No. Well, we
walk out
just
your
walk,
into your
we
deck.
just walk and it's to the water again.
Yeah,
So,
that's it. Well, different water, right? So
different water, different views, which is nice. But yeah.
yeah. Well, we had a very busy Christmas. So we had a Christmas day here at our house on the 20th, because then on the 23rd we drove right down to the far south coast where my dad and stepmom live, and to have Christmas with them, because we've never actually all been there on actual Christmas Day before. They're always coming to see everyone else. Sadly, my husband couldn't go because we couldn't find anyone to mind the dogs, but that's just what we had to do. And we stayed in a really nice Airbnb down there for 4 days. And it was actually really good. My stepbrother and stepsister were there and my nieces, and it was actually really fun, busy, but a fun time. And then we're back, and then it was New Year's Eve, and then it was my daughter's birthday. So it's just
The time always
we're
goes
going
by.
to go and and I felt like
Yeah.
it's been good, but also not much of a holiday. But then I'm getting a holiday at the end of this week. So
Nice.
going on a nice cruise.
That'll be nice.
It will be nice.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to someone coming in and cleaning my room for me. So leaving me little lemons on my bed.
Yeah.
Oh god. All right. Anyway, getting back into our topic for this podcast. And thank you also, I should mention, we've had some really good feedback from our last episode as well.
Yeah.
What we've
Yeah.
yes, I think that one with Tracy really resonated with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Had a lot of good feedback, I think, that one. But so today's episode is a little bit less serious, a little bit more fun. Let's get into it. So New Year's resolutions. So many people make resolutions for a place of pressure. I should do this. I need to fix that. I'll finally get my life together this year. And especially in midlife, that approach just doesn't work anymore.
Always that new you, new me, new year resolution, isn't it? It's what everyone
Yep.
does on the first, and then by the second, we're done with it.
Yep.
But because the body's different, the nervous system's different, your energy is different. When goals are set from guilt or exhaustion, there's resistance straight away. And that's why, by the 2nd of January, we've thrown in the towel. So when people don't stick to their resolutions, they think the problem is discipline. But often the problem is the goal was never aligned with their real life to begin with. So rather than doing it from a place of rush and I must do this by the end of December or, by the 1st of January, people rush it. They don't actually sit there and think, what is it that they want to do? What is aligned with how their body feels in what they're doing, not just to write something down just for the sake of it.
Yeah. Yeah. And other reasons resolutions don't stick is because we fall into the trap of going too big too fast. So suddenly it's like new diet, new exercise routine, new morning routine, new mindset, new personality, all starting Monday.
And that's really a nervous system overload right there.
That it definitely is. Yep.
It's just like, what
And the
is
thing
going on?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And, and we all have these good intentions, right? We're all like, 'cause we think, okay, well, I didn't do everything I wanted to do last year, so I've got to try and do it this year. And then, but sometimes we put too much pressure on ourselves to try and do everything, and you can't do everything. And so when we focus only on the big picture, the end result, it can actually really feel discouraging because you're looking at this big thing of like, well, this is what I need to do. Because the gap between where you are and where you think you should be feels huge. So instead of motivating us, it shuts us down.
But also, what you thought or you didn't achieve last year, a lot of people feel like they need to put it into the next year's goals. It may not even be aligned with you anymore. It may not actually be a goal that you want to do. So don't feel just because you didn't achieve something last year that it needs to go on the list this year. Does it
Yeah.
align with you? Is it still current? If it's not, let it go. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Agree. And yeah, so Kat, what is something that I know we talked about this the other day and we thought we'd bring it up, something that I know the both of us always do at the beginning of a new year, which
And a
this
lot of
year
people, I'm
neither
sure.
of us have done. So
No, I chose not to do it this year for a reason.
same.
But I chose not to do it. So always starting a new pretty diary or journal. So going out and buying them. And I was so close to getting one on so many occasions. Um, and then we fill it in the day one, it's all beautiful and pretty, fill it in, and then it lasts for about 2 days. And then that's it for the rest of the year. It's blank. I
Yeah.
might put something in when I see it and feel bad and enter something in, but that's it. So this year I'm like, right, I'm not going to buy one just for the sake of buying something pretty. Whether I go digital, set my goals on a piece of paper this year, and fill them that way. That's what I'm doing for now.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
When they're on special and I see one that I can't walk away with, that's fine. But that's something I know a lot of people say they do is they buy the diary, they buy the journal, and then it just sits there. First couple of days are filled in and that's it.
I'm the same. I actually really love if anyone knows the intrinsic diaries,
Yeah.
but they're so pretty and I've got them in because every year I decide to get a different color and, and they are lovely and they are really great. Like, and they're really good tools and they have some really good things in them. But yeah, I'm terrible at like, yeah, writing in a diary all the time. Like I used to as a teenager, I used to keep a
Mm.
journal and a diary and things. And I still like to do that. But for these are like more about, habit trackers and all these other things and, reflecting on your last 3 months and all. And I always have these good intentions with it. And I do start it out and then I just forget about it. And I was like, I probably don't need another one. I'm still tossing up. Maybe I'll get one when they go.
It just looks good, all the pretty colors sitting on the bookshelf. They might be empty inside, but they look good from the outside.
Yes. So there you go. There's one thing that Kat and I have decided ourselves. And funnily enough, not even didn't even know that each other was doing that. It wasn't until we were together yesterday and we were talking about, planning our podcast and talking about things. And then we were like, no, I haven't bought one. She's like, no, I haven't either. It's like learned to know that part of ourselves. It's not
That's it.
we're not the best of planners, really.
Do as we go.
We're getting better at it. We're good, but we realise we don't. We don't need this bristle pretty diary. Yeah, we've got our Google Planner. That's that's
That's
where we
it.
keep our business stuff. That's where we're at right now. So
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, what we actually need when it comes to your New Year's resolutions is small, doable changes, not big life overhauls, not perfection, and consistency is key. So stopping doesn't mean you failed. You might start something, pause, start again, change your mind, adjust. And that's not weakness, that is self awareness.
Yeah, we really need to normalize stopping and starting because life does happen. Hormones happen, energy dips, giving to everyone else but ourselves, work, health stuff. And sometimes you just don't have the capacity you thought you would. And forcing yourself through that never creates lasting change. Again, you just do it because you feel like you should because that's what everyone else does.
Yeah, agreed. And so, talking about that, about stopping and starting with goals as well, it's perfectly fine. And I set on my 49th birthday, I set myself the goal of, well, by the time I'm 50, I want to be the fittest and healthiest and strongest I've ever been. And I've been working on that goal, but I've had hiccups along the way. I've had things happen, obviously over Christmas and stuff and New Year, you're eating a lot more and drinking a lot more and not really exercising. And I've had other things, stops and starts. But the point is, I still get back on the track again. And that's okay. It's not failure. Like we say, it's consistency, not perfection. So it's more about just, if you have that end goal, and it doesn't matter if you don't, and even for me, like, even if I don't actually achieve that goal by the time I'm 50, that's okay because it's still putting me in the right path of where I want to go eventually, of my long-term goal, which is actually just to be healthy in my old age, really. So
It's a goal that you just
happy
keep
to,
working
and just not be
working
super
on.
serious about it.
Yeah.
Um, because yeah, we're just at a point in life where you've been there, done that. You just can't just, and you need to listen. You need to listen to your body and listen to what's best for you. So real change happens when you learn to listen instead of push. Instead of saying I failed, you can say, okay, what do I need right now? And that answer might change, and that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It I mean, we never really quit. We stop, like you said before, we pause. It might take longer to achieve the goal. You might want to break down your goals into smaller habits. If you feel like you're on the path to something and it just feels too big or overbearing for you, break it down to a smaller goal. That's okay as well. You don't need a new year to make changes. You can begin again on a random Tuesday in March. So, like I said, with my journal or my diary, I might do the first couple of days and then I put it away or it sits on the desk and I come back and I think, oh, I must start, updating in that again. So I pick it up and start it again. It might be April or May or sometimes halfway through the year, but that's okay. But the new year can bring a beautiful time to pause and reflect, not to judge yourself, not to beat yourself up, but to notice patterns. What worked? What didn't work? What feels complete? What areas do I procrastinate in, and how can I move past this? So, as I said before, if you haven't achieved that goal last year, that's okay. If it's not current or in your current world, there's no reason to bring it forward just because. You may be procrastinating on something, but it might mean that you'll pick up that goal in 2 or 3 years down the track. It might not just be, you might not be ready for it now. You might never pick that goal up again, but don't feel like you've failed.
Yep. Yep.
Mm.
Most definitely. Um, and also going back to chunking things down. One way to look at things too, if you've got a big major goal, but then, you look at, like say for instance, if you have a goal you want to improve your flexibility and, so then you just could even just pick one thing from that. Like say you can't touch your toes right now and then that's something you want to do, just focus on that because by doing the things you need to do to then be able to do that, you're actually going to improve your overall flexibility as well. So don't look at the big picture. Just pick one small thing. Like it might be you want to drink less or you want to stop drinking. But, if you are someone who's used to having a glass or a couple of glasses of wine every day, just start it out with, well, I'm just going to have 1 day a week where I don't drink.
Mm.
And then maybe you'll slowly increase that. I'm going to have 2 days a week where I don't drink and then so on. It's just,
Yeah, chunking it
yes, there's
down.
the big stuff, but chunk it down into the little things. If you know someone who one thing, a big thing that most people have when the new year starts is like, oh, I'm going to get fit. Well, what do you mean? What does that? Don't go. I'm going to get fit. That's a big, massive goal. Um, so what's something you could do each day that's going to help you get to that big goal eventually? It, you know, and it could be that, if you're someone who never really exercises, well, then just get up and go for a 5-minute walk. And the next day increase it to 10 minutes or whatever. And then if you have a day or if you have a week where you don't, that's okay. You haven't failed. You just had a break and then you get back into it again. We've
Yep.
got to stop putting all these pressures on ourselves about these things. And again, yeah, I think a lot of people, end up, we have these all big ideas at the beginning of the year, and then it gets to like June and we're like, oh fuck, I haven't done it yet and I'm not there. And you start beating yourself up, and that's not helping anyone, and it's certainly not helping you.
But also, if you're not enjoying something that you're setting a goal towards, look at why you're not enjoying it. Do you need to change it up? Do you need to make it a little bit easier? Is it really something that you want to do? If you're not enjoying it, you don't do it just for the sake of it. If it's with regards to the fitness and that, try and find something that you really enjoy to do. Don't go to the gym just because that seems to be the thing to do. What part of that do you want to do?
Yeah.
Make it fun. Whatever it
Yeah.
is that you need to do, make it fun. And if what you are doing is not fun, work out what you can do differently to make it fun.
Yeah. See, I enjoy working out. I don't really necessarily enjoy going to the gym because I don't like gym environments that much, but I've gotten used to them. But I do enjoy that. I enjoy exercise and I enjoy working out, but not everyone does. But then you can still do other things like Katrina said that are fun. Like I also go to dance classes, and they're also fitness, but that's fun. So yeah, find things that are enjoyable for you. Make it it doesn't your New Year's resolutions and things you want to work towards don't always have to be hard, and I find that when you look at a lot of goal setting advice and information out there, it's masculine very masculine driven, and which is all about push and effort and hard, and that's kind of the way the world has been set, because that's just the way the world has been for a long time. And we've got all these, when you think back to, when women first started getting into the corporate world more, and, they were wearing big shoulder pads, and they thought like, well, we have to act like a man to get somewhere. And it's okay if if that's your energy, that's fine, because some women do have masculine energy and that's perfectly fine. But it doesn't have to be that way, and it doesn't have to be this effort and this big push. You can do it. You can achieve your goals in flow and more calm and feminine way
I
without
used to
it
love
having.
the shoulder pads. It's I used to wear them all the time. So what does that tell you? I've gone more into my feminine now. I've put the
Yes.
shoulder pads away.
Yes, I had some shoulder pads too, but I was a teenager around those times. So I think it was just more just a fashion thing. But
Yeah, it was.
yeah, I think also too. But I think I was very much. I probably used to have a lot more masculine energy in that,
Yeah.
pushing myself, working harder, and I've learnt that whilst that works and I can do it, my natural state is probably more somewhere around the middle, not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
what works for me that's better for my energy and my
Mm.
well-being is to not be at that masculine end.
Yeah.
Definitely not way the
Absolutely.
feminine either. I'm not that really girly girl. That is not me. And I don't think you are either, Kat, really.
No. Oh dear.
So try not to judge yourself, not to beat yourself up, but to notice patterns. So what worked, with going back to like, if you're reflecting on last year and what didn't work, what did. So what worked, what didn't, what feels complete, what areas do I procrastinate in, and how can I move past this? Or just, get rid of the whole thing of procrastinating and don't buy yourself the diary. Then you don't have to.
That's it.
Maybe ask a different question than usual. Not what do I want to achieve this year, but how do I want to feel and who am I becoming now? I like that better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice way to reframe it.
Yeah, definitely.
'Cause
Definitely.
that takes it more about, again, that is sort of more in the feminine energy of, not about having to achieve something. And there's nothing wrong with achieving things. I like to achieve things too.
Yeah.
But it's more about how do you want to feel. Do you want to feel happier? Do you want to feel fitter? Do you want to feel healthier? Do you want to just whatever, have more joy in your life? So, what are the things you could do that help you feel that way? I think that actually probably resonates a lot better with
Mm. Yeah.
with most women.
Yeah, definitely. Yep, I agree with that.
Yeah. Okay. So, you guys won't know this, but Kat and I actually have just been having a little chat about how we kind of already near the end, and we didn't think it was that long. But hey, sometimes that's just how it goes. You won't hear that conversation because it'll be edited out, but that's okay. Yeah, we had all this stuff we were gonna, I don't know, sometimes we think we're gonna talk lots and then it doesn't turn out to be that much, but it's okay. Short and sweet is good sometimes. So
That's an
now
introduction to January.
that's right. Yeah, you don't want too much.
No.
You don't want too much just at the first ones. If you're listening right now and feeling like you've already failed this year, you haven't. I mean, it is only the 13th of January. I mean, I'll be 100% honest. I have not even started on my goals yet. I am still in a bit of holiday mode, even though I've been kind of working, but also, yeah, not quite there yet. So end of Jan's usually the time for me that I'm like, okay, yep, this is it. We're gonna not drink as much and eat healthy and get back into our fitness routine. And also another goal I have is working towards my second Dan at karate this year. So that's another good reason to get into full swing of things again. So,
Well,
yeah,
we
so
do have
yeah,
we do have Australia Day coming up as well, so it's another long weekend. So it's like people
that's
have all the, long weekends in January. So we'll just say, you haven't failed this year, start 1st of Feb. It's okay.
yeah, start 1st of Feb, start 1st March, start tomorrow. It really doesn't matter.
No.
But and again, don't beat yourself up. If you get to December and you're like, I haven't really, achieved all the things, because I know I did.
Mm.
Kat probably agree. I know I got to December of last year and was like, crap, really didn't get as much done as I thought we would. The year went so quick, and but
It is.
then I looked at, well, what did I actually achieve, and what, and I think we should feel proud of ourselves because we have come a long way from where we were at the beginning of last year.
Yeah.
And, and we're starting to, gain momentum and move towards our long-term goals, which is for this and our business to be our only income.
So when you start with your goals for the next year, actually go back and reflect on what you have achieved in the last year. A lot of people say, "Oh, I feel like I've done nothing last year." But if you sit down and go through your photos, look at your diary, travel. Did you do more travel this year than you expected? Did you achieve any goals through work or sport or cooking or anything like that? So sit down and reflect back before you look at the goals moving forward. And that can inspire you as well. See how far you have actually come in the year.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes it's not you don't even realize the changes that you've had until you look
Mm,
back. And that's probably what the new year is good for. It's not so much
mm.
about, setting new goals. In some ways it's looking at back, or what look back at how far you've come. Look back at how far you've come in the last 5 years, 10
Yep.
years. You'll know that when you sometimes we get caught up and we feel like, oh, I've not, I haven't changed, or things, I'm not getting anywhere, or I haven't changed it. But you look back to where you are now from where you were 10 years ago. And also we're very different people than what we were then too. And we're much
Mm.
wiser.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's definitely a thing that I had to do because I was like, oh, I'm still not where I want to be yet, but that's okay because I'm actually moving towards where I want to be.
On
Um,
the right path.
so you haven't failed. You definitely, if you're looking at the 13th of January and you're like, oh, well, I haven't even started on my New Year's resolution, that's okay. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. It's not, that's just a societal thing that makes you feel that way.
Mhm.
So if all you do this year is slow down a little, listen to your body more, make one small change at a time, that's not falling behind. It's not failing. That's growth.
Whether it's growth moving slowly or moving at a fast pace, it doesn't matter. It's still growth.
Yeah. And if this conversation has resonated with you, or if you're feeling that quiet nudge that you're in a becoming phase, we've created something to support exactly that.
A space for reflection, clarity, and gentle change.
Yes. So our next round of our Becoming Her course is opening soon. This is a self-paced online course. You'll find all the details on our website at inspiredactionsco.com. No pressure. This is just an invitation. We've been working on recording new content for it. Our first round of it went really well. We had some feedback, and so Now we've decided to pre-record everything, and so that way it can just be offered. You can do it whenever you want. There's no set times that you have to be in for a live call or whatever. And yeah, if you would like to know more about it, it will be on our website.
which is inspiredactionsco.com. And remember, you're allowed to stop, start, and begin as many times as you need.
Here's the small changes, self-trust, and becoming her in your own time.
We appreciate you being here with us today.
Yes. Thank you for listening. As usual, please follow, share, tell everyone about us. Please share our podcast. Follow us on Facebook at Inspired Actions Co. and Instagram and TikTok. Got some on TikTok, not a lot, but it's there. So have an amazing rest of your January and enjoy your year.
Bye for now.
See you later.